Gonna make a bet with you. I can get you back. Did you? I have the worst headache.
Yeah, I definitely need to get back into doing YouTube videos daily because my YouTube views have been dropping. I mean, it's not that bad. I'm still getting around 200, but I want to get like 4+.
Why is somebody from Union, Maine calling me right now? Like, I'm gonna answer on my work phone at 5:45. You know what I hate? I hate when people call my work phone and they don't leave a voicemail.
Sorry, I'm multitasking.
You mean you're not multitasking?
I'm attempting to multitask.
Yes, you're attempting to multitask. That's much better. But I was saying, I hate when people call my work phone. They don't leave a message. You think I'm a good employee? I'm gonna call you back.
I'm putting this in our Discord too.
Should I put it on my Periscope? My Periscope girlfriends can join?
Yes.
All of them? None of them were from the United States, unfortunately. Oh, Brandon Knight's out tomorrow night. Crap.
Everybody joining, bear with us. I'm just waiting for more people to join and getting out the link to everybody. Thank you for joining.
Also, Brandon Knight has been ruled out for tomorrow with a knee injury. So, I mean, adjust accordingly. That's huge. Wow.
Just giving it a few more minutes, guys, and then we'll go ahead and start our breakdown. I bet you some people are joining, looking at my top values and then dipping. I have them all pulled up right now.
Where are you talking? Oh, on the sheet?
Yeah. Well, on my... Yeah.
You have Fournier too, eh?
Yeah, Fournier up there. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Sano? What's going on, Slothy?
What's up, fellers? I got Tatum too, Fournier 3. I got Zoob. You didn't do. I got Zoob up there too.
Yeah, Zoob has a good point per dollar. You know, I just don't like the 19 minutes. Trae Young just got ruled out, so here we go. We're starting out with a bang. We are starting out with a bang.
Why is the world the way that it is?
All right.
Why tonight you have to not play?
All right, so let's go ahead and start this thing. As I stated on the video, I said tonight is going to be crazy. And sure enough, we just got the Trae Young update, so we'll be sure to update those values as soon as the minutes are updated for Atlanta. Let's go ahead and just dive right into it, TJ. We're going to give you the edge for tonight. Sorry, I'm getting more notifications. Starting with, let's go to the Clippers, because obviously they are the chalkiest of the chalk tonight. Let's go ahead and start there. TJ, what are your thoughts on the Clippers with Kawhi, Paul George, and Beverly being ruled out?
Butler and Dragic. Okay. So yeah, obviously we don't have Paul George, we don't have Bev, we don't have Kawhi. We're looking at Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell. Pretty obvious plays tonight, probably two of the chalkiest plays on the slate. Where are the Clippers on my sheet? What time are they playing at? They're playing early, aren't they? They're playing Atlanta, right? Why can't I find... Right. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, so Lou Williams with those three off the court is a 1.49 fantasy point per minute. He gets a 6.9% usage bump. He'll probably start again tonight. So I obviously love Lou Williams. He'll be in my cash lineup. I'll be very overweight on him in GPPs. I think he's a very obvious spot. For GPPs, if you're feeling froggy and you want to try and, get an edge on half the field, he'll probably be 50% owned in GPPs. So if you want to try and avoid him, I wish you good luck, but I wouldn't, especially against Atlanta. Teague is starting. Wow. Okay.
I just saw that. Yep.
Yep. So that's pretty big. So And then obviously, so at 7,300, I think Lou Williams is locked for cash. I also am locking in Montrezl Harrell. 6,800, he gets a 5.6% usage bump. It's those two guys that really garner the most usage with those three off the court. Averages 1.29 fantasy points per minute. Obviously, Zub will start. Harrell will come off the bench. I don't necessarily love him matching up against Alex Len, but with that price tag and those minutes and those guys off the court, he's going to have to score. He's going to have to produce for the Clippers. So I really like Lou Williams. I really like Montrezl Harrell. I did mention Zub, obviously starting. The one thing that stinks, obviously, are his minutes. He's a 1.38 fantasy point per minute with those guys off the court. He's good when they're on the court. He's like a 1.25 or something with Kawhi, Paul George, everybody healthy. It's always just been the minutes with him because they love to play with Montrezl Harrell and play at enough pace, and they can't do that with Zub. So I really like him tonight. I don't necessarily think he's cash viable, just because the minutes. I like him for GPPs. Alex Len will be limited to 20 minutes too, so that's good for Harrell. I mean, I'd rather see him bang against John Collins than Alex Len down low. But yeah, I do like Zub, but just the minutes are scary. So GPP play for sure. And then I'm seeing Landry Shamet, and I understand it, and he's cheap, and he'll play 35 minutes tonight probably like 32, 34, 35 anywhere. If it's competitive, like 35-ish. I don't like him. He averages just over half a fantasy point per minute. He's not very productive. He could be better with these guys off the court. I mean, they're going to need production from somewhere else between Lou Williams and Harrell. So I'm not in love with it, but I understand it, so I don't necessarily think I'm going to land on Shamet for cash. If I do as a last piece, I guess I'm okay with it, but I'm going to try to avoid that.
Yeah, I think you pointed out the three major chalk plays here with Lou, Will, Harrell, and Shamet. I think if you're going to play GPPs and you're going to play cash games, I think you literally need to have almost 100% exposure to Lou Will. I think he's that good of a play tonight, 7.3. I'm going to be very overweight. He's projected at 60% in tournaments, so I'll probably pin him around 80 to 90% literally. So that's going to be my edge. You have to be overweight on these guys. Montrezl Harrell's 53%. I think you have to be slightly overweight on him as well. And then Shamet's coming in at 29. Like you said, he's not that productive of a player. So yeah, definitely more of a GPP option. If he's one of your last spots in cash, I don't hate it. But yeah, I think Zubac is where I draw the line. Of course, you know that I don't like the minutes, but I think more of a GPP option at that point. Definitely going to be a little bit overexposed with him as well. But I'm definitely in love with these Clippers. I don't see any reason not to play these Clippers. They are good chalk. They're all in a great matchup as well. High-paced game for them against Atlanta.
And then I also think like one of these guys like Mo Harkless, Rodney McGruder, Jerome Robinson, or Derek Walton, like one of those guys is going to play tonight. It's just one of them's going to have to step up and score. I don't know which one that is, so good luck trying to figure that out. I don't think it's going to be Shamet. I wouldn't be surprised if it is him, but I mean, I think it's going to be one of those other guys, like Derek Walton maybe. But yeah, I think you stick with Lou, you stick with Trez, and if you want to make a GPP with neither of them, like good luck. Like Matt said, probably be overweight on both of them. Yeah, if you want to be different from the field tonight, it would be fading Lou Williams and fading Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, because the usual problem with Harrell is that
they're both in your lineup.
Yes, absolutely. The problem with Harrell is he's sitting in that high 20 range, and now that he's projected 30 minutes, that's probably conservative. I think he's an auto lock. I mean, that's the only reason that you don't play Harrell. So with all these guys out, with him playing 30 minutes and probably more than 30 minutes, he's going to be an auto lock. So 1,000%. Let's go ahead and go to the next chalk team in your Celtics. I want to talk about the Celtics because I haven't heard your opinion on them, actually. So who are your favorite plays from the Celtics?
Well, I feel like the only team I texted you today about were the Raptors.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Jaylen Brown's out again tonight, which is funny because he rolled his ankle against the Lakers, and he ended up staying in the game. It was in the fourth quarter, and they were up huge, and he rolled his ankle, and they were talking about him coming out, and he stayed in the game for a couple more minutes, which I was surprised. But yeah, so Jaylen off the court. I love Tatum tonight at 7,500. Gets a 4.6% usage bump, 1.27 fantasy points per minute with Jaylen off the court. I think he's definitely cash viable. I love Gordon Hayward, 34 minutes again tonight for him, only 5,800. 1.02 fantasy points per minute with Jaylen off the court. I don't love that number, obviously, compared to Tatum and Kemba, but the price tag is just really cheap. 34 minutes for him. So I really like him. Marcus Smart now, he was projected. He normally gets like 28 minutes when everybody's healthy. Now we'll probably see like 34, 35. He'll handle the ball a lot tonight with that first unit with Kemba. So I like him at 5,700, 34 minutes. He averages 1 fantasy point per minute with Jalen off the court. So I really love those 3 guys. I do like Kemba, but he's just not as productive as these other 3. And if I had the choice between Kemba and Tatum right at the same price tag, I'd rather pay the extra $100 to get Tatum, especially the role he's been on. He's been playing with so much confidence. And then, I mean, not to mention, they're playing Memphis in a completely up-paced game, 232 over under tonight. And we didn't even touch base. I'm sorry. That Clippers Hawks over under is 234. So that's huge too. So that makes me think why one of those Clippers guys is going to go off. That isn't Lou or Harold.
Yeah, one of the shooters.
Yeah. So Celtics, the 232 over under. Memphis plays at a crazy high pace, like top 5 in the league. I don't have it right in front of me, but they just run the court. So I really like those 3 guys. I made the call the other night with Cantor against the Lakers. I know I said I really liked him. They were going to need his size. Tice got in foul trouble, so that kind of helped my call a little bit. But, I mean, Cantor was an animal. So I kind of like Cantor again tonight as a GPP play if Valanciunas is too much for Tice to handle. So I'll be interested in that. Tice gets in foul trouble a lot. He takes a lot of dumb fouls. So I kind of like Cantor again as a GPP flyer. We'll have to see what kind of unit they run with, because if Val's not on, if Memphis plays small, Cantor might not be in there. They could go with like Grant Williams if Tice gets in foul trouble or something like that. But yeah, I really like Smart, Hayward, and Tatum. I like Kemba, but more as a GPP play. And then I do like Cantor as a GPP play tonight as well. And I mean, I do like Tice, but I think I'd rather go with Cantor.
Yeah, I think Tatum, Hayward, and Smart are the clear favorites here. And again, it's just like every other night, you're just going to throw a dart at the dartboard and see which one you hit, because I don't think you can start all 3 of these, but 2 I think is pretty comfortable. You might be able to. You might be able to get away with it.
I think you definitely need to, but I think in cash tonight you can play Tatum, Hayward, and Smart. All of them have a lot of ownership, and you'd be okay. I think Tatum might be the lowest owned out of them, but I mean, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, another noteworthy thing, too, is Kemba Walker's projected at 24% ownership. I'm going to be very interested to see where he comes out in my final builds to see if it's going to be worthy of a play. He might be my smart fade. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think those 3, and then Cantor's going to be a GPP option for me as well. So we have them covered. Who else? Let me go back to the main board here to see. If you guys are not playing Celtics and Clippers tonight, you're doing it wrong. So after we digest the Atlanta news here, then we'll give you a better understanding of where exactly to go with your fillers. Oh, another thing, Detroit. You want to talk about Detroit real quick?
Yeah, sure. We can touch base on them. So obviously they have a surplus of injuries. Bruce Brown just got ruled out. Tim Frazier's out. Reggie Jackson is back. He's going to have his minutes limited. So it's pretty interesting now that Bruce Brown's out. They don't really have a lot of ball handlers besides Derrick Rose. So I kind of think that Reggie Jackson might get thrusted into maybe a couple more minutes than they had him projected at, because assuming Bruce Brown was going to play. Right now he's projected at, 19? Yeah, 19. At 3K, I mean, I don't necessarily think he's cash viable. If you're looking to spend up tonight on somebody, I really like this mid-tier of guys, Celtics, Clippers, John Collins, what have you. But like, if you're looking to spend up on somebody tonight, maybe like Karl Anthony Towns or something, and you need somebody that's really cheap, I think you can go with Reggie Jackson at 3K. Coming back from the injury, like, it's really tough to kind of gauge how many minutes he will get exactly. But like I said, they don't have a lot of ball handlers tonight besides Derrick Rose. I mean, Langston Galloway, I don't really think they're going to trust him to handle the ball. So I think I would assume that Reggie gets Derrick Rose's backup minutes, and Rose will play around like 30, 32 minutes. Derrick Rose could see the uptick in minutes. He could play 32, 33, 34. I mean, he's done it recently. He just played 34 minutes against Washington the other day. So they've been kind of letting him loose. And I actually do really like Derrick Rose tonight. More of a GPP play for me. But he's super efficient, especially with all these injuries now. At 7,000, he'll definitely see 30 minutes, probably more than that now, because they're going to need a true ball handler. So I really like him as a GPP play tonight, Derrick Rose. And obviously, we're still pending the Drummond news. So if Drummond's out, I really like Christian Wood, obviously, at 4K. He'll be thrusted most likely into the starting lineup. So I think there's still a lot of things that we're waiting for when it comes to Detroit. But I really like Derrick Rose now as the primary ball handler. I think Reggie Jackson, like I said, if you land on him and you need somebody at that 3K level, it's either going to be him or Dort for OKC. I think he's 3K.
Yeah.
I'd rather go with Reggie Jackson. But yeah, it's tough to gauge with. I mean, he's played 2 games all year, so he hasn't played in 3 months. I wouldn't expect him to see more than 20 minutes. I mean, he might, but I do actually doubt it now that I'm thinking about it a little more. But I think this makes Derrick Rose an even better play, and I really do like him as a GPP play tonight.
Yeah, Derrick Rose is showing at very low ownership. I'm expecting that to move a little bit upward, but if he's only around that 4 to 10% range, I mean, he's going to be a fantastic GPP option.
I'll be very overweight on him if that number doesn't change.
Yeah. So yeah, we're basically pinning that news. Let's go ahead and switch over here to Atlanta because I haven't calculated them. I'm going to go ahead and do it on stream because I'm interested. So we'll see what Atlanta Hawks stick out to us the most here in just a second. I'm assuming that the guards are going to, but we're gonna go ahead and look at that.
It's tough to say because this is the second game they've had Teague. So
right.
I mean, what kind of role is Teague going to play? He's going to be starting.
He's got 32 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if Teague plays 32 minutes, he's a lock. So, but that's the thing. Like, is he going to play 32 minutes? Because in his first game against Toronto, he played 11. So, I mean, if he's starting, I would assume he at least sees 26. I mean, 32 is a stretch. I mean, he hasn't played 32 minutes in almost a month. So, and I mean, I say that like he's played low 20s, high teens the last couple weeks. I mean, he played 28 against Memphis actually on 3 weeks ago. So, I mean, if Teague is going to get 32 minutes, like, yeah, I'm going to lock him in my lineup at 4K.
These are all small sample sizes. I'm looking at them now.
Yeah, you're not going to get. I would run your
without Trey.
With Trey and then Jabari.
Yeah, let's do that.
And make sure you have. I mean, you can keep Crab on there because I mean he's not really going to affect anybody. And then Bembray's out too, which is pretty big because he at least eats minutes, so not very productive. But I would run it with those 3 off, especially obviously Len's playing.
Steven Adams just got ruled out.
Oh my god.
All right, Hooter. Let's see, what's he going to be coming at? 0.94. Sorry guys, just in the zone right now.
Guys, let us Matt, why don't you keep calculating? Hooter season, I mean,
go ahead and read off the questions.
Yeah, at 5'3", he could be a really good play. Harry Giles tonight. I'm not in love with Harry Giles. Dedmon's starting, so I don't think you take any of those guys, to be honest. Tolliver should see some minutes too, so I think they're just gonna kind of have a it's pretty tough to say what they'll do tonight at the center position because they have, I mean, obviously they're without Bagley and Holmes. So if I'm taking one of those guys for the sack bigs, I'm probably just going to take Dedmon. Harrell, Zub, or Collins Shamet. Harrell and Zub for me. The Zub minutes scare me, but I do like Collins tonight too. And Shamet will be chalk. So I don't think you're going to go wrong with either of those, but I really, out of those 4 guys, I really like Harrell. So that's why I'm leaning toward Harrell. Going a YOLO lineup: Lou, Fournier, Hayward, Tatum, Harrell, Teague, AD, Reggie Jackson. I love that, so no. Favorite centers tonight. I really like John Collins and I really like Harrell. So that is where I mean I like Zub tonight if the minutes are there. And I like Ayton too at 8.6. So those would be my 4. I like Zub as a GPP play. I like Harrell for cash. I like John Collins for both. And I like Ayton for GPPs. Reddish or Hunter for FanDuel. We're talking DraftKings, man, so I don't really know FanDuel pricing. So if you want to give us the pricing, we may be able to give you a better gauge. Brooks, none, or if that's Dylan Brooks, none, and Gordon Hayward, 100%. Adams out, Noel, probably Nerlens will be pretty chalky now.
I just found the sneaky play, by the way. I'll talk about it in just a moment.
Might take this slate off. Adios. Jackson, Lou Will, Hayward, Sabonis, Harrell, Herter, Fournier, DeRozan for GPP. I can get behind that. No Celtics is kind of scary, but I can get behind that. I really like Fournier tonight. Matt and I like Fournier every night, so I mean that's not a thing. I'm not that high on DeRozan just because Gay's back, and I mean it's not that big of a thing, but he eats at their usages a little bit. But yeah, I don't mind that.
So Steven Adams hasn't been updated. He's not off the Roto pool yet, but we're gonna go ahead and wait for that. I just want to say that Chris Paul gets a 3.9% usage boost. This is kind of crazy, and 0.26 fantasy points per minute boost with Steven Adams off the court and 391 minutes.
Yeah, just toss him lots in a while.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So Chris Paul, 1.38 fantasy points per minute could end up being a sneaky play in a very low over-under game. So it could be a sneaky GPP option. I also like Fournier, as you just mentioned. Fournier is going to be another very sneaky option. He is on the opposite side of the ball there. We have him tagged at 6.3 value on our sheet, 5.7K. So just throwing a couple GPP options out there before Steven Adams gets updated.
I am updating my sheet right now for 32, 30, Len at 20, Teague. Man, if Teague does see, I don't think Teague's going to play 32 minutes. I think that's very far-fetched. But even still, 25, 26, like...
Yeah, I think he might be an auto lock. I just looked at the Hawks.
I'm not saying that I'm definitely going to lock him in my cash builds, but I'm just saying, like, the 32 minutes I feel like is a stretch. And if I'm wrong and he gets 32 minutes, then... You know, that's awesome, but
yeah, I'm gonna be real with the chat here. The Hawks shooters, they suck. They are not productive. I'm gonna be completely honest. I might not have too much exposure to them. I know it's a high over under. That might be the only reason. But if I'm looking elsewhere for shooters, like I just named a couple, like I could go Chris Paul in the point guard position, or in the guard position. I could go Fournier in that same kind of range. Like I'm not gonna go Hooter over Fournier probably. I know that's bold. But
that's cool.
I don't know, man. If Jeff Teague is actually going to be the man there, and if he actually is getting 32 minutes, I don't like these guys even more. So,
all right. Well, I want to touch base on this just when I finish.
Sure. Sorry, guys, we're crunching numbers. If this is your first time to the stream, guys, please like, subscribe. We do this every single night. We give you an edge over the field. Of course, we break down all the injury news, and then we update values throughout all the way up to lock. So, if this is your first time, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are different from the rest because we do this manually. We update the minutes. We update the values every single night right before lock. We also update our pivots, guys. I also mentioned this in the video. If you saw my video this morning, I showed how important it was to pivot after lock with big injury news. You can grab people in the 12% range. That really should be upwards of 50% in tournaments. Very important. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be tweeting out our pivots, and we're also going to be doing that in our Discord now. So if you don't have the Discord link, go to my video, hit the Discord link. I've also tweeted it out earlier. We just want to make sure we're getting all the information to you guys.
So I just went through and updated my sheet. I remember this from last time now. John Collins actually does not benefit that much from Trae Young being out. And that kind of stinks because I really liked Collins tonight. But now I'm a little bit skeptical. But the one thing that I do like is that they have a capable point guard in Jeff Teague coming in. So I don't really know if the Collins not benefiting, obviously, and getting affected by Trae Young being out. Obviously, those easy oops, the easy buckets that Trae Young provides. I feel like Jeff Teague can give him that to a degree. So I still kind of do like John Collins, even though he doesn't necessarily pop on my sheet anymore. His fantasy point per minute actually goes down by like 0.2 almost, so kind of drastic. But like I said, with Teague being thrusted into the point guard role, I still do like John Collins. I just don't know. Like I had him in my cash build prior. I don't know if that'll be the case now. I mean, Kevin Huerter looks pretty good on our sheet. Nothing great, but like I wouldn't mind at 5,300 in this very high over-under game, taking him for cash. And then Cam Reddish. Is Cam Reddish starting? Because that price tag and those minutes, he's a 0.9 fantasy point per minute with Trae Young off the court and Jabari Parker. So, I mean, as much as it pains me to say, I kind of don't mind Cam Reddish. So he is coming off the bench. It's Teague, Huerter, Hunter, Collins, and Fernando. So yeah, that's kind of my take. I think Jeff Teague is going to be a lock in cash tonight. I do like John Collins. I don't know if he's a cash lock, and I could get behind Kevin Herter at 5,300 in your cash builds. So, and then Reddish, like I said, if he does see those 30 minutes, he looks good on my sheet.
All right, guys, number crunching here. Sacramento just updated minutes, so it looked like Dedmon shot up to the top, but I recalculated him. He's back down to the bottom. Only playing 21 minutes, 0.85 fantasy points per minute.
Is he playing? Well, that's not bad, though.
21 minutes. No, it's not bad. He's still 5.8 on our sheet, but he's not a 7.1 value. And especially going against Drummond. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Remember when Drummond got schooled by
Tristan Thompson?
Jaleel Okafor?
He does every time, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he has like the worst games of his career when he goes against Embiid.
No, not Embiid. Jaleel Okafor.
Oh, Okafor. I thought you were talking about Embiid because Embiid's the same way. No, but Okafor, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, right. Okafor's a beast. Wait, is Devin really getting 20?
Yeah, 21 minutes. Mm-hmm. All right, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to start building my lineups here, see what they look like, and I will give you an opinion on what direction to take once the slate starts.
All right, Matt, while you do that, I want to touch on some other guys that I really like, because it is tough, guys. It's tough to go through every game, especially, we got on here kind of late. Matt and I were talking about some stuff prior. So I want to go through and talk about some guys that pop on my sheet. I'm going to try and go in order from games. So from Philly, I like Tobias Harris at 7,300, Horford at 6,800. I think those are both pretty good GPP plays. Toronto's pricing, this is what I texted Matt this morning. Like, the first thing I did was I woke up. And suddenly I was awake. It's like when Aaron talking to Robert California in The Office.
Yeah.
Never start conversations with "I woke up." So yeah, the pricing on Toronto was very strange. And last game when they played Atlanta, it was a very close game, and Nick Nurse went with the second unit for the duration of the fourth quarter, except for like a minute and a half left in that game, where he brought back in Siakam, he brought back in Van Vliet. And then Lowry only played the last like 50 seconds of the fourth quarter. So I have no idea what's going on with their minutes. I don't know if they're trying to keep Van Vliet and Siakam healthy by keeping their minutes down. But these were guys in Lowry, Van Vliet, and Siakam that were playing high 30s, even low 40s in some situations. So the minutes kind of scare me, but like those prices are so cheap. Like Siakam at 6,900, Lowry at 66. I think Van Vliet's 66 or 64, one of the two. I really like them for GPPs because but it's just so tough to say like what they're actually going to get for minutes because they've been so sporadic lately. And like I said, I was curious as to like what happened in that Atlanta game. And Siakam played 28 minutes in the first three quarters and then played a minute and a half in the fourth, and they were the last minute and a half. So I don't really know what's going on out there in Toronto, but like if you're going to give me Siakam at 6,900 and Lowry at 6,600, like I'm going to take my chances on them. So I'm definitely going to be overweight on Siakam and Lowry tonight with some exposure to Van Vliet. I really like those price tags, and if the minutes are there, I think they're all very underpriced. Sacramento, Bielisa at 6,700. I know the price tag's kind of scary, but he's a 1.14 fantasy point per minute with those bigs out. Seeing 34 minutes, I really like him tonight as a GPP play. If you land on him for cash, I can definitely get behind that too. We touched base on Detroit with Rose and Reggie Jackson. The Magic, we love Fournier again. 5,700, it's too cheap for him. I know everybody's scared because of Fultz and what he's been doing, but actually last game Fournier's usage was like 8 to 10% higher than Fultz. Obviously they both start together. So Fournier is one of the best rated guys on our sheet. So I can definitely get behind him. I think we're still pending Marcus Morris for the Knicks. I don't know if he got ruled in or out yet. I haven't been paying attention, so I haven't calculated New York, unfortunately.
I think it's still game time decision. Guys, if there's any updates on any of the injury news, please put them in the chat because sometimes we don't see the updates when we're looking at our screen.
Obviously, we touched base on Atlanta. The Wizards, like Beal, 7,200, that's so cheap. Again, his minutes have been sporadic lately. If he plays 32 minutes, he rates out well on my sheet. I'm definitely going to have overexposure to him in GPPs. It is a tough matchup against Miami, so I'm not really thrilled about that. But at 7,200, that's too cheap for Bradley Beal. Troy Brown too, 4,700. Last time he went up against Butler, he got absolutely shut down. He got in foul trouble. He was abysmal. I remember rostering him that night. But at 4,700, seeing the minutes that he's seeing, I think he's a pretty good GPP play. But if I'm taking anybody from Washington, it is Bradley Beal. I don't really have any love for the Heat. Memphis, Matt, I don't know if you can agree, but like I've said in the past, the Celtics against bigs haven't been good. They've been better now that Canner's back. I like Val as a GPP flyer tonight, just in that narrative. Like I said, they have been better lately. Tice is decent against bigs. Obviously, Canner can rebound, so that's obviously good. But I do like Val as a GPP flyer. We touched base on the Celtics. The Nuggets, we're still pending. I mean, Gary Harris was doubtful, and now he's questionable, so I have no idea what's going on with him. So when I ran my numbers, I don't know about you, Matt, but I ran them with Gary Harris on the court.
Yeah, I ran him without, so.
Okay, so Jokic is pretty good at 9,200. And then I liked Monty Morris if Gary Harris was out at 4,800, but now that Gary Harris is back, I don't really have any interest in either of those two. If Harris is out, though, that might change my opinion on Monty Morris. And then Jeremy Grant is somebody that we've been rostering the last couple nights, but he got a very big uptick. He's at 5,600 now, so I do like Jokic from Denver. Any interest in any of these Houston guys?
Yeah, I was looking at them. So I actually had a question in the YouTube video earlier about Westbrook being a good GPP option. Yes. So wait, is Harden out of the lineup tonight?
No.
He's not on the roto sheet. Did you exclude him? Oh, he's excluded. Oof, it gave me a heart attack.
I'm on my own.
Okay. Yeah, that gave me a heart attack. Okay. So yeah, I like Capella. I think Capella's a little underpriced here at 7.5. Going against Jokic, it looks like they rank 25th in the league against bigs, post-up bigs. So I do like Capella. I think he's a good GPP option, and I do like James Harden, obviously. Always like James Harden. In any situation, this is going to be an average to pace up spot for Houston. So James Harden, if you're going to pay up, sure. I mean, by all means, especially in GPPs. Westbrook is like your ultimate GPP option. Like, he's overpriced. He's 9.8. Yes, he's been on a tear, but he's definitely going to get overlooked tonight. So outside of those guys, I'm not really intrigued by anybody else. Like, of course, this team is strictly GPP. Nobody's going to be high owned from this team.
Yeah, I agree. Let's keep going. What else do we have?
So we didn't talk about OKC with no L's situation
why don't you
here.
touch base on that? I'm gonna run my numbers.
Yep, I just ran it.
I want to see Noel.
So Noel is going to be an auto lock for me. 7.9 on our sheet, 4.4. If he's actually playing 28 minutes, he's going to be the only big. I know he's in a bad matchup, but I mean, you can't shy away from these 28 minutes. He's going to be the only big, as I've stated. Chris Paul is going to be the next best option, but I think Noel is going to be your cash option, and he's going to be your auto lock tonight. I think he just gets way too many, and of course, right when I say that, he gets updated 26 minutes. So 1 second here.
Would you have Matt Pryor?
28.
Yeah, I think 28's high.
But
him and Muscala will split the
Yeah, it's still not going to affect him too much. He's still a 7.3 on our sheet.
Yeah, I mean, he'll carry a bunch of ownership, so
yeah, it's all right, guys. We have a bunch of madness going on right now, a bunch of injury news. Let me go ahead and break down the lineup builds here in just a second. I'm building 150 lineups. We're gonna take a better look at this because I just did all the values while you were talking, TJ.
Slothy, you just missed the worst 5 minutes. I literally just attacked like 10 different teams.
Literally.
You're gonna have to go back and I'm not repeating all that. So
just straight up, we're not gonna help you.
Labbed for like 7 straight minutes about where my brain is at currently.
All right.
So.
After it's all said and done, it looks like the best cash options. I'll go through the cash options. I think Jeff Teague is still a viable cash option. Lou Will, obviously. Nerlens Noel. I think not Jason Tatum.
Yes.
Harrell. No, he's a good GPP. I don't know if he's gonna be cash.
I personally think he's cash viable.
All right, we're on the fence about him.
You're saying. There are guys that are more necessary. I understand what you're saying.
I think Jeff Teague, Lou Will, Noel, Harrell, and Hayward are gonna be your auto locks for tonight. If I'm gonna build a core, I'm building it around those 5.
Yeah, once I finish, and for some reason I can't multitask right now, and it's throwing me off. But normally that's you that can't. I can't understand why I can't find Steven Adams when I'm taking people off the court. There we go. Wow, I just struggled big time.
Yeah, it looks like these Hawks are going to be very low owned, so maybe good GPP options for these Hawks shooters, which is
Who
weird.
did who did you have off the court when? Oh, okay, just kidding.
With who? OKC?
Yeah, hold on.
I took off the idiots, the non-productive backup players, and then Steven Adams.
Yeah, so you took off everybody.
Yeah, and so I'll go ahead and touch base on GPP real quick. The guys at top of the sheet, you guys probably noticed I skipped a lot of players. So I skipped Fournier. Fournier's a really good GPP player at 5.7. I don't know why he's not getting that price increase. He was at 5.6 on the last slate, so he got that $100 increase. Really makes no sense. He is having some of the best usage of his career as of right now. He has a misconception as a shooter. He's not just a shooter; he does everything. So I do like Evan Fournier. We do like Derrick Rose, as we've mentioned. Let's see who else is low owned here at the top.
Matt,
I don't think
real
Jeff
quick.
Teague's gonna be that low owned. Yeah, what's up?
I'm getting a different number for CP3, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I recalculated him. He's lower now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
one
wow.
1.17 fantasy points per minute.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure because you said something else and I.
Yeah, I forgot to take Noel off or Steven Adams.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Michael Porter questionable.
Why?
Again, guys.
So like, if Porter's out, then Will Barton, like Malik Beasley, like that's just.
If we do not touch base on a certain player or any team in particular that you have questions about, we're going to be tweeting out pivots after lock. And again, that's where you make your money. If there's like a late breaking injury news that comes out and the guy that gets ruled out is like 50% owned, it's going to ruin the entire slate. We'll have a lot of pivots for you guys. So feel free, if you don't follow us on Twitter, please follow us on Twitter. And if you haven't yet entered the Discord chat, we'll talk with you guys. Sorry, I just got, as I said that, a Discord notification. We'll be talking all of our favorite plays in Discord as well. So we have multiple outlets to talk to you guys about our favorite plays. Multiple.
Do you like?
Andre Drummond rolled out.
Some of these questions, Matt. Who?
Big boy.
All right, so Christian Wood. Let's see. Beal or Siakam cash? Bradley Beal. Any good options for 6,500? Yeah, Drummond's out, of course. I mean, like, guys, just don't even play tonight. There's no point.
No, dude. This is gonna be fun. Watch.
Don't play. No one play. Everybody run away. Go home.
Yeah, give us
Withdraw
your money.
Take the night off. Go to bed. Let's see. 6,500 at small forward. I mean, I don't know if you have Gordon Hayward already, but like let me see this. Hold on. I'm doing this the old-fashioned way. I'm doing this from my phone on DraftKings because 6,500 forward. Yeah, I don't like anybody in that price range, to be honest with you. If I'm taking anybody, I'm going down to Gordon Hayward at 58. Yeah, or I'm going up to be Elisa at 67. Do you like Robert or DeRozan? I don't know who, like Robert Covington, potentially Robert Covington. I feel like that price. I feel like you're talking FanDuel, and those price ranges are really different. So, do you like Teague, Lou? I mean, Jarrett. Yeah, that's great. But now that Drummond's out, you're probably going to need Christian Wood. So Jeff Teague. Yeah, I love Jeff Teague. Wow, thought you loved me. Slaw, sorry, buddy, but you picked a bad time to leave. Fournier better than Fultz. Yeah, the price for Fournier is better, and his usage is better on the court with Fultz. So I lean Fournier. Michael Porter questionable. Yeah, Ayton or Sabonis. I like Ayton. Drummond out. Yeah, I'm gonna add to this. Drummond out. Okay, guys, let's get a Drummond's out on the chat. In the chat.
Spam the chat. Drummond's out.
Okay, so I mean, without looking at anything, my assumption is that Christian Wood gets to start, plays 28 minutes. You need him in cash. So I think that you're gonna need Nerlens Noel, Christian Wood, and as your center, and Util, and then Harrell as your. Can Harrell play power forward?
So I think he can.
I think he can. I'm 99% positive he can play power forward. So. If he can't, then you have to choose two of them, but I'm 99% positive he can play power forward. So I think that's what you're going to have to do now. I think those are your – where are you, Harold? Nope, he's only center eligible.
Great.
All right, so
the Yeah, this is going to be tough. But I can tell you what, this is going to be fun for GPPs because I think a lot of the people that we've been covering up through lock they're going to go overlooked. So I recalculated for Detroit with the minutes that I knew wouldn't get messed with, and Derrick Rose is even more of a better play now. So with all those guys off the court, 35.3% usage, 1.47 fantasy points per minute. So
what's the sample size on that?
It's not bad, 187.
Oh, well,
so it's not bad.
So yeah, you're gonna have to choose between Christian Wood, Harrell, and Nerlens. So.
Wood can play power forward.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Whew.
Somebody just saved us in the chat. This is why we need you guys. This is why we need you. All right, I'm going to refresh everything. I'm waiting for Detroit minutes to update.
For some reason, I was thinking it was Harrell. Do you like any of Zion? Yeah, I mean, if you want to take GPP stabs at him, yeah, but don't put him in cash. I mean, we have no idea what he's going to get for a minute. So, do we like Ingram? Not tonight. He's really he's not overpriced. I mean, 8,900. I think is still too for Ingram. Ingram should be 12K. He's amazing. But no, I don't think Ingram tonight. GPP, yeah, but like with Zion back, you just don't know. I'm not touching any of the Pelicans tonight. They're all healthy now. Everybody's playing. I think. I don't think they have anybody out really that is significant. Drew's in. Zion's playing. Favors is back. Redick's questionable. Okafor is good to go. I think Hart's good to go. So yeah, I don't have any interest in the Pelicans. I mean that over under is crazy. So take some stabs like with Ingram if you want, but not for me tonight.
I will say this, the more injury news that comes out, the easier the picks for us get. So that means for GPPs, don't even look at teams that don't have any injury news, honestly, because you're just guessing at that point. Like teams like Memphis, I honestly won't even look at Memphis anymore. I won't look at somebody like Miami, probably.
Rude.
I'm just saying. I mean, unless you're completely taking a shot in the dark. I mean, these guys are so much more likely to hit value, and then some if you're looking at the top of the list here for the guys that we just covered. So, sorry if you guys had those. If I just crushed your GPP hearts, I'm sorry.
Well, guys, still take your chances if you got a good feeling. But yeah, I mean,
if you're at 150 lineups, sure.
Yeah. All right, I'm updating Detroit on my end now. Svi, Demboya, Morris. I mean, crap. I'd be interested to see what Markieff Morris gets for minutes now and what he is after I compute because 4.2. I mean,
yeah.
Let's see.
I'm still waiting. Christian Wood's not updated yet. For everybody that is new to the chat, please like, subscribe. We really appreciate your support. We do this every single night before lock, so we are dedicated. We are calculating values throughout the day. Of course, I put out a video every single day as well. So if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe. We enjoy your company. Stay in the chat, stay active, and we'll answer your questions. Guys, feel free to enter any questions into the chat as well.
Oh yeah, Blake Griffin. That's a guy that doesn't play.
Slothy just told you to check your DM. He's probably roasting you. Get roasted.
I will. Once I finish this.
If you didn't roast him, please.
You can't roast me. I'm beast. 0.988.
Just waiting for these minutes to update, guys, for Detroit, and then I will have a really good understanding of the slate. I won the drop. I think that's sarcasm.
What?
I won the play Rose, but he can't drop 50 points, can he? He dropped 50 points last season. Is that a troll or?
I think he means DK points.
Okay.
Would be my assumption. Or regular, real points. I don't know. Lots of injury news. Oh,
no, he definitely can. Derrick Rose can definitely do that, especially with all the injuries out. Absolutely.
Derrick Rose will probably take 30 shots tonight. I'm not being sarcastic either. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what Markieff Morris gets for GPP play. But yeah, Christian Wood, even with, I'm going to put Christian Wood at 26 minutes, and even then, he's probably one of the highest rated guys on the sheet. So,
somebody just said Gobert for cash, and somebody just said yes. Absolutely not. Don't look for any centers in Utah, please.
No, yeah, not tonight.
The only thing he has is a good matchup, but he's 8.5, guys.
It's just not. He's just not necessary for cash tonight. Kind of want to D-Rose. Also, we need 7 times to win GPP. Yeah, so Gobert for cash. Gobert, yes for cash. Rose, Lou Will, Hayward, Tatum, Wood, Fournier, DeRozan, Noel for GPP. I feel like that's a lot of chalky guys. I mean, I like all those guys that you named. Besides, I mean, Fournier, DeRozan will probably be your lowest owned. I think a lot of those guys are going to be
Oh, they just updated minutes.
pretty decently high owned, to be honest.
Wood's only
with
getting
you.
22.
I still like him.
Yeah, I like him too.
I don't think he plays 22 either. Markieff Morris got 25. Okay. I don't think Christian Wood gets 22 minutes at all. If he stays out of foul trouble, he'll get 26. I kind of like Markieff Morris.
Yeah,
No, I
he's
don't.
not bad.
Nope, I don't. I mean, I really like Derrick Rose.
Yeah, I love Derrick Rose tonight. Then Boye at 31 minutes. Man, I wish he was productive. He's just not. All right, guys. I just put in new values. Let's go ahead and crunch this thing one more time. Let's see what this is looking like. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
30 minutes tonight. So I guess that's a restriction. AD, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm waiting for my builds to
You're
get
good.
done.
To make sure we didn't get disconnected, because I am inputting some quick info. I mean, yeah, even at 22 minutes, I like Christian Wood, but I think he gets more.
All right, they have Draftkings projected at 32 minutes. I guess I'm gonna believe that. He's projected at 55% ownership now.
I'm not believing. Yeah, he's gonna be chalky. You need him in your lineups. I don't think he gets 32 minutes. If he gets 32 minutes, I'll do 50 push-ups tomorrow on stream.
30 minutes? You think he's getting the 30 minutes?
Teague?
Yeah, dude. Trae Young's out.
I mean, yeah, they don't have him. They don't have Ben Bray. No, I still don't think he gets 32 minutes. Nope.
All right. Well,
I don't.
We still like Jeff Teague as a cash play. We still love Lou Will. If Derrick Rose is really going to be 3.94% owned, he is an ultimate GPP option. Nerlens Noel's up there. Christian Wood's up there. Harrell's still up there. And Gordon Hayward. I can't think of a better... You guys are going to have to make some decisions. But if you look here on my sheet, I listed my favorite plays. Take the highest owned ones of those bunch, and those will be your cash plays. So, I guess the Celtics fell a little bit. So did the Clippers, just a tad. I think that Detroit becomes a very viable option at this point with Christian Wood and Derrick Rose. Yeah, I think that's what it's looking like. John Collins still a very good option. It's gonna be a mix of those teams: Clippers, Hawks, Detroit, and Celtics. If you're doing anybody else, if you're playing anybody else, you're doing it wrong.
Yikes.
If you're playing anybody else from those teams, not from those teams, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, 3.9% is what he's projected at right here. I think that's wrong. So I'm gonna keep updating. Also, guys, we're gonna get off real soon here.
Who is the... Oh, Noel.
I would probably go Wood over Morris if I had to choose. He's more productive. He also got tagged here. 22 minutes he's projected at now, by the way.
Say that one more time.
24 minutes he's projected at.
Christian Wood?
Yep.
Yeah, he's not going to play 22. It's... he won't play 22 minutes. So, yeah, guys. So, for cash tonight, on my end... I mean, there's a lot of injuries, obviously. I really like Lou Williams. I still like Montrezl Harrell. I still like Gordon Hayward. Jeff Teague, the 32-minute projection. He'll be one of the chalkiest guys on the slate. I think you need him. Even if he doesn't play 32, he gets 28. I think he should hit value. It's a very high-paced game. I really like Christian Wood now at 4K. Like I said, he was projected at 22. I think he gets more than that. So I like the 24-minute projection. Again, I think if he's playing well, I think he could play 26, 28 minutes. He's done it in the past when Drummond's been out. And then, yeah, I guess those are some guys that I think you can build around. Obviously, I really like Derrick Rose. I really like Nerlens Noel still. I mean, there's Jason Tatum, there's Marcus Smart. There's so much value tonight. So I think you're obviously going to have to make some hard stands, but I still think you need Lou you need Montrezl Harrell, you need Gordon Hayward, and then Teague, Wood, Noel, Smart, Tatum, all cash viable. So, yeah, I think, like I said, you're going to have to make some stands. You might be uncomfortable missing guys and having different guys, but you can't have everybody. So that's kind of where my head's at right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I will say, I'm going to leave this up on the screen here just for a few more minutes if you guys want to take note. These are our favorite plays. We've mentioned all these guys throughout the stream. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. We will be going live before lock every single night, as I've said many times. Any last words, TJ?
Yeah, so Timothy just asked about the Toronto guys. I mentioned to Matt, and I mentioned earlier on stream, they're all way undervalued price-wise, but the minutes have been so sporadic. None of them really played in the fourth quarter last game against Atlanta in a close game. So I guess tread lightly, but I'm definitely going to be overweight on them in GPPs. I don't like any of them for cash, especially with all the news that just broke in the last half hour. But for GPPs, I definitely love Siakam and Lowry and Van Vliet too. So that's my thought on Toronto.
I do not like any other centers, guys. We just got more questions here. I'll answer a few more. I do not like any other centers besides Christian Wood, Noel, John Collins, and Harrell. I honestly think those are going to be your 4 options. I don't think you should go outside of those people.
I can get behind Dedmon, but with Steven Adams being out, Noel,
I mean, it's
Drummond being out, Christian Wood, and then Harrell tonight with Paul George and Kawhi out. I mean, I think those are your 3 guys that are your center and power forward. So.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great Wednesday night, and let's cash.
See you guys. Thank you.